Ladies and gentlemen, Kim here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is down slightly, 0.2% on the S&P. Same with the Nasdaq and Dow Jones Industrial Average. Semiconductor did get hit harder here. However, we got the small caps, transport, energy, biotech, home builders and utilities and retail printing green. Numbers there today, with the banks down about 0.3%, with healthcare also down about 0.5%, along with the emerging market. So, but pretty much a kind of a grindy day, while the semiconductor, and looks like pretty much semiconductor got hit harder, but other indices up a little bit, down a little bit type of day, with the utilities and notably retail's up about 1% today. Bitcoin down 4%, gold, silver, miners up a little bit, and miners up 2% though today. Dollar pretty much flat, along with the oil. Treasury bond up 1.7%. VIX is pretty much flat as well. Let's stay with S&P 500 ETF. Spider 65-minute chart here. So this is where looks like we slightly gapped up here. So if I zoom in here, you can see this is where we closed, right? And you can see that that's where we opened. That's what, that's a red candle there, along with that body from the previous day's last hour there. So that's why we have that body from here, and then it's a red body, right? Because that means we gapped up this morning, and then a little bit of up, and then came right back down, got right back up, and pretty much we stayed there entire day today, hanging around, doing absolutely nothing. And then kind of lost it there, and then last hour, some of these micro-term traders kind of bailing on the last hour, hoping to see some kind of pop. Didn't happen. They're like, you know what, I'm done for the day. So we saw that kind of a last hour fade there, a little bit of dip buying activities. Maybe shorts are covering, who knows? However, so we gotta kind of zoom out here. In the short term, obviously, it is price is back below my short term moving average, but you got lower highs and lower lows, and we want to continue to give benefit of the doubt to the sellers in the short term and the micro term, with that kind of a selling pressure we've seen in the last couple weeks here. So obviously, any kind of up move that we may see to the upside, bears want to utilize this short-term moving average as new resistance and continue to cultivate lower highs and lower lows. And that will be the bears' objective going into the remainder of this week. For the buyers, obviously, we gotta reclaim the short-term moving average, but right now, looking at things in the short term and the micro term, there isn't a whole lot we can talk about. I guess bears gonna argue that there's some kind of a support right here in this vicinity. Maybe that's what it is. We don't know until we see a bounce of some sort. So we would have to kind of see how the market behave. I mean, I could kind of, you gotta give some wiggle room here, because you can connect from here like this, or we can do, let's do that. Let's put two of those just so that we know that it could bounce from here. So we got kind of these fan lines going on here. What buyers gonna argue that might be a potential support, but I think what's really gonna help the buyers, and I think this will be probably the best case scenario for the bulls. Bulls need to pull something out of the hat here to make this transitionary, you know what I mean, effect to to favor the buyers, is to maybe utilize this as potentially some kind of a, you know what I'm saying, some sort of a reversal signal that I could see. We don't know as of today. We wouldn't know until we see. Let's say if we do see some kind of a bounce any of this vicinity, either here or here, right? Let's say this thing comes down and gets up here, and must get up here though, and must fill this gap, the entirety of that. So that could be another couple days, or it could be remainder. Let's just say if that happens, there's a good chance we could say, okay, that could be a potential left shoulder, that's a head, potentially a right shoulder inverted, right? Inverted head and shoulder formation if we do see a bounce in these uptrend fan lines there. And then again, that's not going to be confirmed until we see the price getting up, filling this gap and cultivating higher high there. There's a lot of grounds to cover, a lot of real estate there, especially it's been done, it hasn't done nothing but just a drip lower entire this week. So that's just kind of, I'm giving you potential scenario. Let's check out the oscillator and see, because there isn't a whole lot we can talk about. See if we can extract any more information on that oscillator, right? So it's another interesting thing. I think because the market moves sideways all day long, oscillators kind of stop coming down. It's a little bit interesting because we talked about this, how, you know, on the last night's video that, well, sellers need to push all the way to the bottom of his band to the oversold level, because the last time when they didn't do that, what happened? Bulls brought it up. Same thing happened. Talked about right here. Bulls need to bring it all the way to the top of his band. If you don't, bears gonna take advantage of that situation. They did that. Well, we're kind of sitting right here. I mean, obviously, you know, with another big downturn, this could potentially come right back down. But let's say there's some kind of an early up move, right? Let's say gap up or some kind of up move, and this thing like moves sideways all day long or some kind. There's a chance this thing could just get right back. This could do some sort of that signal there. Remember we talked about this special signal, right? So that's kind of the little something oscillator's telling us, right? The overall sentiment is still bearish, but because we're right on that, potential, okay? That's a keyword, potential support. Potential. We don't know it's going to be support or not. Obviously, bears want to just bring. You know what, bears? You don't want to deal with this potential support here. Just gap it down, maybe 428. Don't even deal with that level, and that will be another jumping over the fence. But if we do see a bounce here, get above the short-term moving average, this thing starts gathering right back up here. Things can change quickly in the micro term. If we do see something like that, I think bulls going to get up and trying to fill this gap. Again, bears don't let bulls hang around too long, especially to be honest with you, looking at things more of a short to mid-term. Keep in mind, this is still a level, right, of potential higher low. That's a low, right? You can see this is low, high, higher high. That's still a potential level of a higher low. Keep that in mind. Bears need to bring the oscillator all the way down. If the oscillator crosses back up here, we could see buyers potentially trying to sneak in here, bring it up there to get to 440 or so. Let's see how the market plays out. I'll come back for you. We will reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening and good luck trading tomorrow.